Joining me now is journalist James Pierre. He is from Haiti and has spent a lot of time reporting on the violence, especially in the last couple of years. James, welcome back. You and I have had some very important discussions around similar cases in the past. I'm glad to have you because I know you're in contact with officials there. What is the latest on Alex's case, her kidnapping, and what the captors are demanding?
Marni, always a pleasure to be with you. I spoke with several members of the Haitian government in Haiti and also local police officers, the national police in Haiti. They've been telling me the same thing. They are on the case. They know about the kidnapping, but so far they are not telling us what is the process they are using to have the release of these two American citizens. Remember, a few months ago, about 10 U.S. citizens were being kidnapped in Haiti by heavy gang members, and they spent months in custody before they were even released over ransom money later on. So it's a very sad day, not only for Dawsonville family, but also for thousands of Haitians living in poor conditions near Port-au-Prince, because remember, the El Roy Haiti nonprofit organization were helping thousands of Haitians around Port-au-Prince, services that the Haitian government could not even provide, healthcare, education, among others.
Right. They were filling such a critical void for people there. And now the question is, will more come? How will this impact those efforts? And you mentioned the other kidnappings, James. There have been 500 kidnappings in Haiti since January, a big increase from last year. And this is what Kim Ives, an English language editor for Haitian Liberté on NewsNation, said just this week.
Well, Haiti is in a state of turmoil, and there is a lot of gang activity by criminal gangs, and among their principal money-making operations is kidnapping. And for many missionaries, they are low-hanging fruit. They are usually not armed, and often they have networks of people behind them, which kidnappers think means they'll have money for ransom.
Often they don't have money. James, how often do kidnappers in Haiti let their victims free?
Kim is right. This is the new gold in Haiti now, kidnapping. And remember that many nonprofit organizations mentioned that when their members being kidnapped, there are other factors, in fact, right? Political leaders, economic leaders may be involved in the kidnapping in Haiti. And usually it's very rare that someone being released without ransom in Haiti. So it's all about the money, what they do, the gang members, they have the money, they recruiting more members and also purchasing more weapons to terrorize the population.
How about the Haitian government? Are they involved in these cases? Are they helpful?
Well, so far, the Haitian government said that they are on the case. They following the procedures, which is always the same language, right? When there's a case like that involve U.S. citizens, they will tell you, we are aware about it, we are following the procedures. But in reality, we all know what is going on is the incapability of the Haitian government really to resolve the case of security that's happening in different corners in Haiti. Can keep in mind that the gang members are controlling at least every corners of Port-au-Prince, the capital of Haiti. And the Haitian government is aware about it, but they can't do that much to resolve this situation. And that's why now you have that new wave of requests by not only the Haitian government, but also part of the populations asking the international community to intervene, at least to have an international force to help the Haitian National Police to fight gang violence in Haiti.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.